Okay, so there's 250 people in year 10, and these are the language choices here, okay, French, German, Spanish, and they're going to take a group of 30, it says, okay, to Europe. So they've got to select 30 pupils from here, and they do it by stratified sampling method, okay. So what we need to do for that, right, is appreciate that only a fraction of the pupils are going to go, and the fraction, of course, will be 30 pupils out of 250, okay. So I can write that as a fraction there, can't I? 30 out of 250, and then we can try and simplify this fraction, okay, to make it easier for us. Now the zeros will cancel, won't they? Okay, because we can divide top and bottom by 10 to get 3 out of 25. And to be honest, I don't think we can simplify that any further, can't we? Because 3 is a prime number and it doesn't go into 25. Okay, so we're left with that. So this is the fraction, okay, of the year group that are able to go. Okay, so what we need to do then is look at each option. We start off with French, okay, and appreciate then that the fraction of the number who chosen French will be able to go. So only a small fraction. So the fraction will be 3 out of 25 of 75. Now, of course, with of in maths we write times, so you're going to end up with that. Okay, so 3/25 of 75. We've got that calculation to work out. Now, when you've got a calculation like this to work out, it's sometimes best to look at what's on the denominator here and that value there on the top, okay, and see if we can cancel them down. Okay, so see if there's any common factors here. And you probably see that actually 25 goes into 75, doesn't it? So we can cancel these down here. 25 goes into 25 once, and it goes into 75 3 times. Okay, so we can cancel like that, and you just got 1 on the bottom, haven't you? So that doesn't really do anything, just dividing by 1. So you just then times the top numbers together, and 3 times 3 is 9. So you can have 9 pupils chosen from French. German, well, the fraction again is 3/25 of 55 in this case. And now we try and cancel this down. Now, in this instance, 25 won't go into 55, but we've got to try and see if there's a common value here, common number that goes into both. Of course, 5 does, doesn't it? 5 goes into 25 5 times, so I can cancel that down to 5 and cancel the top then. 5 goes into 55 11 times. Okay, so you're left with then, well, if you times the tops together, 3 times 11 is 33. Divide by then, on the bottom, you've got 5. Okay, so that's my answer then, is a sort of fraction. And there's a top-heavy fraction, so I can write this as a mixed number. Now 5 goes into 33, well, it goes into it 6 times, doesn't it? And 6 lot of 5 is 30, so from 33, and there's 3 left over 5. So you've got 6 3/5. Okay, now that fraction is more than half, isn't it? 3/5. So you'd expect then that to round up to 7. So we'll put that there for a minute and we'll check if it's okay later. The same then for Spanish. So again, the fraction of 120. So simplifying this again, you know, 25 doesn't go into 120, but 5 does go into both, doesn't it? So it goes into that 5 times. 5 goes into 120. If you work it out, it goes into it 24 times, okay? So on the top, you get 3 times 24, okay? So 3 times 24, if you work that out, you get 72. On the bottom, then you get 5. So that would equal then, well, 5 goes into 72. If you do the maths on that, it goes into it 14 times, which gives me 70, and there's 2 left over 5. Now, you can look at that fraction and realise that it's less than half, so then you round down. So what you need to do then to finish off is check, you know, do these add up to 30, because you've got to get them adding up to 30. It's no good if they add up to 31, for instance. So if I add them, 9 and 7 is 16, add 14 is 30, so it works, okay? So you can go for those options there and fill in the table at the bottom.